Hi, friends. It's Sister Marla Clerks. When I was living back in River Falls, there was an elderly sister named Sister Josie, and she was a little spitfire. She had to be in her mid to late 80s at the time, and she had this wonderful saying that was, "What's it all going to matter in eternity?" Sometimes she would use it kind of as a light statement, like, let's say, if the toast burnt or it rained on a day when you were hoping for sunshine, she would say, what's it all going to matter in eternity? And yet there was also a very serious part to that wisdom statement. And looking at your own life and saying, okay, is this going to matter in eternity? Are the things I say and do and how I act, how I treat others, is it in a way that is going to matter in eternity? I thought of Sister Josie and her continued outreach to others. She never drove a car, and yet she would walk around the city and take communion to people, visit with anyone she encountered, visit some of the shut-ins, doing whatever she could, knowing that it was all going to matter in eternity. And like I said, the readings for this weekend just reminded me of her so much. In Isaiah, it talks about that God knows all of our works and all of our thoughts. We can't keep anything hidden from God. Whether we do it or think it, God knows it all, and it all matters. And the prophet says they will bring all brothers and sisters from all the nations as an offering to the Lord. A reminder that the journey that we are on our lives, on our path back to God, is not a journey that we take alone. It really is important who we bring along with us, who we bring along through our care and our concern and our outreach. And then there's that powerful gospel this weekend where a man is asking Jesus, will a lot of people be saved or only a few? And Jesus talks about the narrow gate and says many will try to enter, but they might not be strong enough. And they'll be knocking on the door saying, let us in. And God will say, I don't know you. And they'll say, well, yeah, you do. You ate and drank with us. You taught in our streets. And he will say, no, I don't know who you are. The first will be last, and the last will be first. It will be the same as us saying to God, I went to your church. I read your word. You know me. But God will judge us on what we did with that knowledge, what we did with that sense of community where we worshiped, how we related to them, how we took that message out into the streets. That is what's going to matter. And again, Jesus says, people will come from all over, from the north and the south and the east and west. The last will be first and the first will be last. You may be surprised who will be chosen. It really is about how we reach out to our brothers and sisters. And in this important time in our nation's history and our nation's events, how much more important it is that we become more aware of our migrant brothers and sisters, of those who are seeking asylum, of those who are impoverished, of those who are homeless. We can't just think about them. We can't just pray for them. Those are very, very important. But in what ways are we putting those into action? In what ways are we truly making a difference in their lives and allowing them to make a difference in our lives? It is going to matter in eternity. The things that we say, the things that we do, the people that we bring along with us on the journey. And not just those who are predictable, not just those who are our family and our friends, but those who are seen as outcast, those who are seen as undesirable, those who are seen as foreigners, those who are seen as unclean or not worthy of our time. The list is long. But again, the scriptures call us to make sure that those are the people we are including not only in our lives, in our faith journeys, but also doing what we can to include them on our path back to our God. Friends, everything we do and say is going to matter in eternity.